Hey there, MiniWarGamers. Owen here from MiniWarGaming to bring you another Tau, or new and improved, revised Tau Tactica. Look at that, new, improved, and revised. But anyway, basically what I'm here to do, we're going to talk about these guys. We're going to go into the HQs. Now that I've had a bit of time now, I know I have gone over this codex once already, but that was when it just came out, and unfortunately, it wasn't the best advice. I had said a lot of stuff that I had thought would be good, and I skimmed over things that I didn't really care about. But having been able to play them a number of times, I have to say, I've got some advice to give. Listen or don't. Post your opinions below, and let me know what you think. So we're going to start off, like all of these start off, with the HQs. Now unfortunately I haven't been able to really try the special named characters, so I am not going to refer to them. Just because I haven't been able to play it. So I'm not going to say whether you should or shouldn't if I haven't even tried it out. But we'll start off with the first of the non-named characters, which are the Ethereals. And oh man, these guys are hit and miss. They're great if you bring a huge number of Fire Warriors. They become very effective, and that's about all they really do. Other than that, they have a lot of downsides. Now, especially if you're going to play something other than kill points, because they gain a victory point if they kill you. Now, in kill points, yes, it does mean that they're double and even possibly triple points because they're your warlord. But even worse is when you play scenario games where there's less options to get points, and thus giving these guys out as free points is even worse. So, keep all the gear off of them. Don't bother. It's a waste of points. The guy has no save. He's only toughness 3. I mean, maybe a shield drone, but in my opinion, 1, even 2 of these guys, sit them in a big ring of Fire Warriors inside of your defensive or Aegis line, and then just daka, and there you go. So that's what I would recommend for the Ethereum. Now, he's very good for his cost. There we go. So if you really don't care about your HQ unit, if you're not going to go with the Battlesuit Commander, who in my opinion is our best commander / is the best HQ unit that I've used. Now that I've got to play around with him a little bit, get used to his style. Now there are 2 ways you can go. You know what, I'll get there. Ethereal, he's cheap. He has major flaw by being hurt or being killed, giving your opponent bonus points, but he really brings it together with the additional shot. That little bit of feel no pain, you never know, it does make a difference. And of course the morale rerolls. And stubborn if you really need it. But anyway, moving on from there, we have the Fireblades. Now Fireblades, I wouldn't bring them. They really seem cool. Stand still, get an additional shot. That's really neat, and doubling up with the Ethereal, also really neat, but it's only 1 squad, because you can only join 1 squad. And well, it can be very effective. He's got to compete with the Battlesuit Commander, because if you want just volleys of shots, if you want just additional shooting, you'll bring Ethereals and more Fire Warriors. Because more bodies is better than having fewer bodies shooting more. Better have more guys shoot less than less guys shoot more. Because if you lose the less guys, it hurts more than if you lose more guys. Yeah, following along? Alright. Anyway, moving on. I wouldn't bother with them. I'd rather bring a Battlesuit Commander and an Ethereal. It's entirely possible that you found your way to make them work, and all the power to you. Save them for Apocalypse though, or if you double the chart, then they could come in being really useful with certain teams, but on an average, I don't recommend it. Leave a comment below why you would. So then we're going to go on to the one who is by far the best in our little list here of the regular commanders, and we have the Battlesuit Commander. Now, he's a Space Marine that flies, that he's tougher and stronger. Well, he's not tougher yet, but he will be. So, Battlesuit Commander, got his little chart up right here, so we don't make any mistakes about his stats. They're average. He's a bit slower, but lots of attacks. But really where he really comes into play, where he really shines, in my mind, is as a support unit. The command and control node and the multi-phase tracker, I have an example of this going right now. Me shooting this gun. Effectively what your commander is going to be doing is he himself is not going to really shoot. Where are you? Multi-spectrum, there we go. That thing, ignoring cover saves. You'll notice that when you guys are fighting, the one thing that really always saves people from our shots are cover saves. Orcs, Tyranids, dudes hiding in cover. Anyone who can really hand out cover saves or things of that nature really make it hard for us to have to deal with that. Commander totally negates that benefit. So here you go, you have your battlesuit commander in a unit of 3 battlesuits. Each of those battlesuits is carrying 2 missile pods on their shoulders. The battlesuit commander's with them, he has 2 flamethrowers. And every turn, he just opts out of shooting so that his buddies all around him can re-roll the hit, ignoring cover, with 36-inch range, strength 7 rockets that are just gonna blah blah blah, and they're each shooting 4 times, mind you. Okay, anyway, moral of the story is 12 shots, re-rolling to hit, ignoring cover, usually wounding on 2s, and against guys like, I don't know, there's this one unit in Orcs that always really depend on their cover save and they're really fast. I'm sure someone will be able to figure out what that one is. You shoot at them, you wound them on 3s, they get no save, they fold, they go away. That's the end of that expensive Orc something something unit. I'm not even going to say what their name is. I used to lose to them so many times when I played Tau. But anyway, in addition to that, if you really felt like being a jerk about it, bring him with 2 little drones and a drone controller so that the little drones can shoot their marker lights, re-rolling to hit, and just that little extra bit of something. But really, if you can get 1 or 2 marker lights helping out that unit already re-rolling to hit, re-rolling on like 2s and 3s is just phenomenal. You basically are going to kill whatever you shoot at. Of course, you're going to give him iridium armor because it makes him tougher and immune to almost every form of instant death shy of those few strength 10 guns, which there are some and they become a little bit more common, but for the most part he should be safe from the simple things like battle cannons and las cannons and rockets and all the things that would kill you, which really would suck, but they're non-issues anymore. And then if you really feel like dumping some more points, give him a shield generator too, and stand him at the front of your battle suits going like, okay, do it, shoot me, I don't even care, I got feel no pain. I have feel no pain, 2-up save, 4-up invuln, I can move in the assault phase after I'm done, all my buddies here re-roll the hit and they ignore your cover. That's the way to do it. I mean, you can go the other way and bring him out with his like Melta and Plasma and just blah 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 blowing away heavy infantry, Terminators, Space Marines, whatever, monstrous creatures even. I mean, just go at them and blow them all up. But in my opinion, I would highly recommend using him as more of a support. And that's what I would think. You could put him with Fire Warriors if you really wanted, but I don't know if it works with them. I haven't even tried it. It could in theory. So, battle suits though, they're the main, they've got the most guns. If you know what you're going into, they can be outfit perfectly, or if you're going for an all-comers, I would put Missile Pod Plasma. That way you can take on anything. If it's mechanized, missile pods, well, light mechanized, heavy mechanized, and thankfully you have, you know, railguns. What are you going to do with those though? I mean, really. Actually, you know what, I should specify that, because I'm not saying what I would bring on him just in case. So, you're going to a tournament, or you're going to go play against an army that you don't really know very well, and you want to, or you don't know at all, you don't know what you're playing against. The best way I would outfit my battle suits are Plasma, Missile Pod, Feel No Pain, because you can deal with more or less anything with those. And then on your commander, Melta Plasma. The Melta takes out any kind of vehicle whatsoever. Plasma takes out just about anything. And then of course give him the rerolls to hit, ignoring cover. And don't shoot with him unless it becomes a necessary, like, you have to kill that vehicle, so you have to shoot him with the Melta gun. Or here comes the terrifying Daemon thing, Big Claws Soul Grinder, and Melta takes it right down, because the missile pods, they're not going to do the job anymore at that point, but that's what the Melta's for. So I wouldn't recommend it on the regular battle suits, because they're a lot better at range. You don't really want to get close with them, and especially with the new Eldar who are running up, running back, running up, running back, you might as well stay further back and just shoot them from far away, because it works, our guns ignore it, and we reroll the hit. Take that, new Eldar. I don't really like allying them either. But anyway, moving on from there, I'm going to go over the elites here, because my opinions had changed a bit during my last one. Now, battlesuits, I've basically said what I thought about them already. They're just more shots for the battlesuit commander. I wouldn't spam them like you used to be able to and really go for it because, one, they are still expensive. They're cheaper, but they're expensive still. And there are other choices that are a better choice, like the Riptide, or more Hammerheads, or Bombers, or Pathfinders. Like, there are other things you'd rather spend your points on. Just the one team, maybe two teams if you're going to run the double commander, or if you're going to bring an ally like the Eldar guys who can really buff them. But yeah, I would really stay with one team unless you're playing bigger. Like if you're going to go for 225, 3,000 plus, yeah, go nuts, bring all you want. But for the small games, I'm talking 1,000 to 1,500. Only one squad should be enough. And move on from there. Like Melta, Missile, Feel No Pain. There you go. If you know that your friend's a jerk and he brings all kinds of flyers, Skyfire. And that'll deal with, you'll kill whatever you want. Or sorry, Plasma Missile Pod, I apologize, I said something different. But that's what I would bring. It's what I have brought. It's what I continue to bring because it is effective. Then of course you have your stealth team. They're neat. They've got good saves and cover. But if you're in cover, you can't really move because if you fail, you're dangerous. You've got a 1 in 3 chance of losing your 30-point-ish guy. And frankly, it's not worth the risk. And if you stay still, you get killed because you're slow. Or you're terrible in close combat. So they have a huge volume of shots. Like I guess you could go the other way and just bring a really large number of these guys. But for cheaper, you might as well just bring Fire Warriors. They have longer range. They don't have as good saves. Like, yeah, it's true if they hang out in cover, they don't have the 2+ saves. But they have longer range, and you can bring as many Fire Warriors for the same number of shots. Wow, the number's a little bit off. Like, you'll get 3 shots at 30, he'll get 4 shots at 18, but you'll get 6 shots at 12 or 15. So I think the Fire Warriors are the better choice. Not to mention you get 3 wounds instead of 1 wound, which wounds are all that matters. More bodies, more bodies, more bodies. So that's my opinion. If you're going to bring stealth teams, I would recommend bringing Fire Warriors instead of the stealth teams because it's cheaper, they have more shots, they're the same ballistic skill. They don't have as many options as far as gear is concerned, like you don't have the Meltas in those units, but you might as well save popping long-range vehicles, or if you're going to sneak in there and blow stuff up with your Meltas on your stealth team, you might as well just bring railguns and blow them up from a distance. So that is the only job I would see the stealth team doing. Min units with 1 guy with the Melta, infiltrate, blow up a vehicle, there you go. Infiltrate, blow up a vehicle, there you go. Because if you can find an easy way to hide so that you're out of line of sight, so you're 12 inches away from everybody, turn 1, you're within double pen distance and you'll blow something up. So you'll die immediately after, so you better hope that Melta doesn't whiff on you, but I wouldn't recommend it. It seems like a very expensive, basically throwaway unit where you can pay as much for Fire Warriors who can hold objectives, they shoot more, they have longer range, they're not as durable, they don't have the good save, but usually they're going to hide out and cover anyway, so that should counteract it a little bit. But that's my thoughts on stealth teams. Riptide, Jack the Riptide. He's a little bit different. Now, originally when I thought of this, when I first saw this guy, when I first tried him out, I thought, you know what? This guy is a perfect weapons platform. He is going to be in the back, taking long shots with his super ion accelerator, which is what you will always bring, because it is far better than that the Gatling gun. Have that ion accelerator firing all the way across board, just time after time after time, blowing stuff up. Okay, first off, he's not that good aim. You need marker lights to get really consistent with his shots, unless you want to risk getting hot or turning on your Nova reactor, which you usually will. I mean, I do it, and I have, and I will continue to do it. But I would recommend using him as a target. He's a big, scary robot. He's not as effective, he's not too expensive, but he's really durable, especially if you get lucky with the 3-up invulns. You'll stand behind that shield and just laugh them off. 2+3+ feel no pain? Go ahead and try and kill me. I'm going to stand here all day with my toughness 6. So, run them up, distract people, run all over the place, blow stuff up, shoot that AoE. Just risk him. Like, let him die. He's not the mainstay of your army. The mainstay of your army are your tanks, battle suits, Fire Warriors. The Riptide's a good addition. but I don't think he is the backbone in the damage department. He is a good shield. He's a good wall to stand behind. Mobile piece of terrain, basically, with a good gun, just to make sure that they have to kill him. They can't just ignore him. So, that's what I would recommend as far as the Riptide's concerned. But that's all we're going to do for this first part, the HQs and the elites. I think the next one I'm going to fire off the other half of this book, because not a lot to say about the troops in fast attack. Heavy support though. Sky Rays? I think so. But anyway, I'll say that for later. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. I really do want to know, because I don't play Tau as much as I used to. Mostly because I wanted to try other things. I mean, you can only smash people with Tau so many times, right? I mean, Dave's like afraid to play me now. How are we supposed to deal with this if Chaos doesn't even stand up to Tau? Bunch of crazies and wusses. But anyway, stay tuned for the next episode of MiniWarGamers. I'm going to go over troops, fast attack, and heavy support. Happy wargaming.